I've had somebody ask me for some help on this question, so I just figured I'd do a video. 4b, 3 and 4. Now, in 4b, this is for 6.2. They give you an angle, in this case it's 241 degrees, and it asks you for the other angles between, I think it's 90 and 360 degrees. So between here and here, but not here, that have the same reference angle as 241 degrees does. Well, if I just roughly sketch out where 241 degrees is, it's got to be in quadrant 3 because this is 180 and this is 270, right? They go by 90 degrees. So what I want to do is find this guy right here. And in order to do that, let's see here, maybe we'll use a less obnoxious color. In order to do that, I got to find out if this is 180 degrees, how much more does it go? So I could probably just shortcut it and go 241 minus 180 degrees. And my brain is working a little slowly today, so I'm just going to use my calculator for that. And it turns out that it's 61 degrees. So the reference angle here is 61 degrees. But that would be if it was in this quadrant. We don't care about that quadrant. So what we want to do instead is draw it in the two quadrants that we are interested in. So I want one here that's 61 degrees, but I'm actually going to be interested in that angle. And in that case, it's 61 degrees short of 360. So I would go 360 minus 61, which would give me 299 degrees. So 299 degrees has the same reference angle, 61, as 241 does. So that's 1. And the other quadrant that we're interested in is that one. So I'm going to grab a random color here and draw my 60-degree, well, we'll just go through there. Close enough. And this is 61 degrees. So the question is, what is this? Well, it's 180 degrees short 61. So I would go 180 minus 61 degrees, and that would give me 180 minus 60 is 120, so 119 degrees would be the other angle. So 241 has 61 as a reference angle. That was my first step to figure out what it was. And then to figure out what angle in this quadrant and this quadrant also had a reference angle of 61 degrees. And it turns out that it's 119 degrees and 299 degrees. So in the second part of this, 4, the angle that they give me to work with is 290. And the whole question asks for between 90 and 360, so they're just not asking for the actual reference angle itself, because you got to figure that out anyway, so they're kind of cheating you out of a little bit of recognition there. But anyway. All right, so we've got our angle set up. It's 290. I know this is 270, so it's going to be just slightly past that. And this will be my 290 degrees. Now, I know that I'm not interested in this quadrant because they told me that it's got to be between 90 and 360. So this way, not between 0 and 90. All right, now this one's pretty easy to find the reference angle to start with because 290 is just 20 degrees past 270. So, oh wait, you never, ever, ever solve for between the y and the x, or the y and the line. Never, ever, ever solve for that one. This is one of those ones that's going to trick you because it's like, oh look, it's so easy to, no, don't do it. You have to find this one. You always have to find the one that's from the x-axis to the line, never the y. So what we've got here is 360 minus 290. So that's going to give me a 70-degree angle. Makes sense. It looks like a pretty steep angle. So we've got a 70-degree angle. That would be my reference angle. And therefore, I can take that information and switch it into these other two quadrants, like that. And this is my 70 degree here, so that I have 70 degrees more than 180 for this one. So 180 plus 70 degrees would give me 200 and, 8 plus 7, 50? Yeah, that's right. 250 degrees. So 250 degrees is also going to give me the same reference angle as 290. And then we have to go up here. This one would give me 70 degrees. So what's this? Well, it's 70 degrees short of 180, so 180 minus 70 would give me 110 degrees. So this, just slightly past the 90, is 110 degrees. 110 degrees. So I've got 290 in quadrant 4, 250 in quadrant 3, 110 in quadrant 2, and if I was allowed to count quadrant 1, which I'm not, then it would be 70 degrees there.